Hey there, don't skip this. 99% of men don't know this, but women love it. It's about Stoic secrets that change lives. Ever felt like women speak a secret language? They say one thing, but you feel something else. Learn to read this hidden language and change your life. Most men miss it, but those who don't stand out, they connect, attract, and become unforgettable. It's not about tricks, it's about being a stronger man. Let's dive into Stoic secrets that women love.
Let's talk about something most men miss, something so simple yet so powerful. It's not about what you say, it's not about being the best-looking guy in the room, it's about what you do with your hands before anything physical ever happens. You see, there's a secret, and women love it, but they rarely talk about it because it's not about sex, it's about how you make her feel before that ever happens. It's the gentle, caring, slow power of touch. Not grabbing, not rushing, but a quiet, respectful, calming touch, like a soft massage, a thoughtful moment where you're not trying to get anything, you're just giving. Here's what most men never learn. For many women, the heart connects before the body does, and a soft, slow, caring touch? That's the bridge between emotion and intimacy. It's a way to say, I see you, I respect you, I care about your comfort. A massage before intimacy isn't just rubbing her shoulders, it's a message without words. It's saying, you can relax here, you are safe here, I'm not here to take, I'm here to give. But here's the twist. It's not just about touch, it's about the intent behind the touch. Anyone can use their hands, but few know how to use them with care, presence, and respect. When your hands move with love, patience, and calm, she feels it in her heart, not just on her skin. That's where trust begins. That's where walls come down. That's when she stops thinking and starts feeling safe with you. Think of it this way. Most men rush. They chase. They pressure. They make women feel like they're on a clock. But when you slow down, breathe deep, and simply offer a soft moment of connection, she'll remember you forever. Because most men don't do that. Most men are stuck in the 99%, the ones who talk too much, rush too fast, and never listen with their hands.
But you? You can be different. Be the 1%. The man who doesn't just want her body, but also values her heart, her comfort, her trust. That's what Stoic men do. Stoic life is about control. It's about being strong enough to wait, wise enough to listen without words, present enough to feel what she feels, and brave enough to say, I'll touch you only when you feel safe, not when I feel ready. Because true intimacy isn't rushed, it's built, one kind, calm, caring moment at a time. Here's your challenge. The next time you're close to a woman, don't go straight for passion. Don't jump ahead. Instead, offer her a moment, a soft massage, a slow hand on her back. Ask if she's comfortable. Watch her relax. Watch her eyes soften. Watch her body lean in because she wants to, not because she feels like she has to. That's the real power of touch. That's what builds trust. That's what creates emotional intimacy. That's what makes you unforgettable. And remember this, the strongest men aren't the ones who take. They're the ones who give. They don't force, they don't beg, they lead with calm and wait with strength. A small touch, done right, can build a bridge that words can't. Marcus Aurelius once said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. So don't overthink it. Be present. Be kind. Let your hands speak for your heart. In a world full of noise and rush, being calm, slow, and caring is rare. That's attractive, that's powerful, and that's how you step into the 1%, the kind of man she not only wants, but remembers. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever liked someone but didn't know what to say? Or maybe you said something and it didn't land right? That awkward feeling? Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the truth. Flirting isn't the problem. The way we do it is. Most men think flirting means being bold, loud, or trying too hard. Some go for cheesy pickup lines. Some try to impress with money, muscles, or charm. But most of that doesn't work. Why? Because it's not real and it's not respectful. But when you learn the secret I'm about to share, you'll be in the 1% of men who women remember and respect. And think about long after the conversation ends. Here's the twist. Women love flirting. Yes, love it. But not the kind that feels fake, pushy, or too fast. They love flirting that feels good, that feels safe, that feels thoughtful. And that's what we're diving into, the art of flirting with respect. Imagine this. You're at a coffee shop. She walks in. Beautiful smile. Your heart skips. But instead of walking up and dumping compliments all over her, you look her way, smile gently, and say something light, something funny, something clever, not forced, just real. Maybe you make a witty comment about the music playing. Maybe you joke about the long line, and then you stop. You don't chase. You don't beg for her number. You just let the moment breathe.
Flirting with respect is an art. It's calm, soft, and confident without being cocky. You don't need to impress her, just be yourself. Kind, present, a little playful, that's the key. When she feels that, she leans in, not just physically, but emotionally. You're saying, I'm interested, but I'm in control. I like you, but I don't need anything from you. I see you and I respect you. Most men flirt from a place of need, seeking validation, but women feel that energy and it pushes them away. Flirting with respect is about giving, not taking. It's about making her smile without trying to own it. Leave her curious without rushing the story. Think of it like unwrapping a gift slowly. That's where the magic lives.
Now let's bring in some Stoic wisdom. The Stoic man doesn't need attention. He's steady, calm. He leads with self-respect, not neediness. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Flirting with respect means you're not chasing approval. You're showing interest without losing yourself. Let's get real again. When you flirt like this, something strange happens. She starts to chase you. She thinks about you when you're gone, not because you were loud, but because you were present. You made her feel special, but you also made her wonder, who is this guy? Why do I feel safe around him? Why do I want to talk to him again? That's the power of mystery plus respect. That's Stoic attraction. Strong, soft, real. So what should you do next time? Slow down, breathe, be light, be warm. Use humor that's kind. Say something that makes her feel, not just think. Don't try to win her. Just enjoy the moment with her. And if the moment's right, leave it open. Let her come to you. Here's what most guys never learn. Respectful flirting builds something stronger than attraction. It builds trust, and trust is what makes love last. This kind of flirting doesn't just improve your dating life, it makes you better in every part of your life. Why? Because when you flirt with respect, you practice self-control, you grow in confidence, you speak with care, you listen more, and people, all people, feel that energy. It's attractive, it's magnetic, and it's rare. So here's the question. Are you the guy who tries too hard? Or are you the one who stands tall, flirts with respect, and lets his calm presence do the talking? Start making this your new habit. Practice light, kind, respectful flirting, and watch how everything changes. Not just how women see you, but how you see yourself. Because a man who flirts with respect is a man who respects himself. Let me share a secret with you. It's not about shouting or showing off. It's about slowing down and feeling what's real. This secret, it's gentle, it's powerful. It's about touching her hair, but it's more than that. It's about connection, emotion, and presence. Touching her hair speaks to her soul. It's not just a touch, it's a feeling. And when done with love, it changes everything. So, are you ready to discover the gentle power of touch?
Here's the twist. Touching her hair isn't just touching her hair, it's so much more than that. Did you know the scalp has tons of tiny nerves? It's one of the most sensitive spots on the body. When you gently brush her hair, you're not just moving strands. You're speaking to her nervous system, to her emotions, to her soul, without saying a word. And here's the key. It only works if it comes from a calm, respectful place. From love, not need. From presence, not pressure. Imagine this, you're on the couch, she's close, you're laughing together, she feels safe with you. Her guard is down, the energy is soft, warm, real. And then, without even thinking, you gently brush a few strands of hair behind her ear, not to get anything, but to just be there in that moment. And something inside her shifts. She feels it. Maybe she smiles, maybe she leans in, because that small act, it speaks louder than flowers, louder than compliments, louder than any pickup line ever could. It tells her, I'm here. I'm paying attention. You matter to me. But timing matters. You don't do this early. You don't do it to impress. You don't do it like a move out of a dating playbook. You wait, you listen. You build connection first. You earn her comfort. You become someone she trusts. And when the moment finally comes, when she's relaxed, when the walls are down, that's when the gesture becomes magic. That's when a simple touch becomes unforgettable.
And here's the deeper lesson. Stoic men, real men, know something most others don't. Power isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's soft. Sometimes it's knowing when not to move. Until the moment is right. Stoicism teaches us to act with purpose, not to rush, not to chase, but to wait and to feel and to move with care. This is what separates the average man from the 1%. Let's be honest. Most men skip the small stuff. They want big moments, big gestures. But real connection lives in the small things, the soft things, the thoughtful things, like the way you listen, like the way you smile when she talks, like the gentle touch to her hair, not to control her, but to remind her she's seen, that she's safe, that she's beautiful in your eyes, even in silence. So here's your question today. Are you rushing through moments, trying to be impressive, or are you slowing down and paying attention? Are you building connection brick by brick? Or just trying to jump to the top floor? Because the man who flirts with patience, who touches with care, who waits for the moment instead of forcing it, that man stays in her memory, long after the night ends, long after other names are forgotten. This isn't just about dating. This is about who you are, because how you move in the smallest moments reveals your deepest truth. Touching her hair at the right time, that's not about the move. It's about your mindset, your presence, your confidence, your ability to stay calm, kind, and aware. That's what real men do. That's what high-value men know. So next time you're with her and it feels right, brush her hair gently. Look her in the eye. Say nothing. Let the moment speak. Because that's what makes you unforgettable. That's what puts you in the 1%. Not loud, not flashy, not desperate, just present, respectful, and fully in the moment. If you're ready to embrace this kind of quiet strength, this kind of stoic power, drop a comment saying, I lead with presence. Because that's what this journey is about, becoming the man who moves gently, but leaves a lasting impact. Stay tuned. The next secret will take it even deeper. Fourth secret, the power of a hand on her back. Let's slow down for a second. Let's talk about something quiet, something simple, but something that can change everything between you and her. It's not a gift. It's not flowers. It's not a loud I love you in public. It's your hand on her back when you're walking together, in a store, at a party, crossing a busy street. It's small, it's easy to miss, but it says something big. Here's the twist. This isn't just about touching. This is about presence, about support, about being her safe place in a loud, fast world. Your hand on her back tells her, I've got you. You're not alone. I'm proud to be beside you. And you don't have to say a word. That one little gesture speaks louder than 1,000 empty promises. Now, most guys miss this. They think being a good man means showing off, being loud, or doing something big to impress her. But here's the truth. Real strength is quiet. Real connection is built in the small moments, not just in the big dates or the fancy dinners, but in how you walk beside her and how your hand says, you're safe with me. Think about this. You're walking down the street. It's busy. She's a little ahead, and you gently place your hand on her back. She doesn't stop. She doesn't say anything. But inside, she feels seen. She feels held. She feels cherished. Because that simple move told her everything. You're not just with her. You're present. You're tuned in. Now, here's where the Stoic lesson comes in. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm, to not chase attention, to not let emotions control us. But it also teaches us this: be steady, be grounded, be the one others can lean on. When you place your hand on her back, you're not trying to control her. You're not showing off. You're just letting her know, you can count on me. I'm right here. And here's what makes it powerful. It's not about dominance. It's about care. It's not about trying to own the moment. It's about owning your energy. This is how you show her she's with someone strong, not just strong in body, but strong in spirit. The kind of strength that makes her feel calm, safe, at peace. Most men skip this. They think it's too small to matter. But that's why it works. Because the 1% of men who do this, who lead with presence instead of pressure, they leave a lasting impression. They don't need to say, I'm the man, because they show it with a hand, with calm, with simple, quiet power. So next time you're with her in public, don't just walk beside her. Connect. Put your hand on her back. Not too hard, not too fast, just soft, calm, steady. Let her feel that she's not walking alone. Let her feel your presence, your pride, and your peace. Are you giving her that silent support? Or are you rushing through the moment? Are you just walking beside her? Or are you with her, heart, mind, and soul? Because when you start living with that kind of awareness, you stop being just another guy. You become a man she remembers, a man she trusts, a man she feels safe with. This isn't just about relationships. It's about who you are. It's about mastering the art of being present. Whether you're at work, with friends, or alone, learn to carry that same calm energy, that quiet strength, that steady hand. Because when chaos hits, the man who stays calm becomes the leader, the one everyone looks to, the one who stays grounded while others fall apart. So the next time you're walking with her, let your hand do the talking. Say without saying, I'm here, you're safe. I've got you. We're in this together. It's not just a gesture, it's a promise, a silent vow that says, you're not alone. Say this to yourself right now. I am her calm in chaos. I am steady in a noisy world. Repeat it until you believe it, until it becomes second nature, until she can feel it without you saying a word. This is how you rise above the 99%. This is how you become unforgettable, not by force, but by the quiet power of your presence. Stick with me, because the deeper we go, the more you'll see that small, meaningful actions create massive emotional impact. And that's what high-value men do. Stay tuned, because the next secret, it'll take everything you've learned and flip it upside down in the best way. Fifth secret, be her hero, not with force, but with presence. Let's talk about something real, something every strong man needs to hear. Be her protector, not in the way movies show it, not with fists, not with shouting, but with steady strength, with quiet, unshakable presence. Some might say, she's strong, she doesn't need protection. And they're right, she is strong. She can stand on her own, but even the strongest woman wants to feel safe. Not because she's weak, but because she longs to be seen, to be supported, to be with someone who's got her back no matter what. That's where you come in, not as a knight in shining armor, but as a man who says with his actions, I'm here, I've got you, you're not alone. Here's the twist. Being a protector isn't about saving her. It's about standing with her, side by side, equal, but with your strength always ready, quietly waiting. That's the kind of energy that makes her feel secure. That tells her this man is solid. This man is safe. Here's the secret most men miss. Women don't need noise. They don't need fireworks. They need trust. They need your calm in their storm. So when life gets tense, when someone crosses a line, when she feels exposed, uncertain, or vulnerable, that's your moment. That's when your presence becomes protection. Remember this, Stoic men don't react wildly. They don't crumble under pressure. They stay rooted, calm, focused, and in doing so, they become the strongest presence in the room. When you show up like that for her, especially when others won't, you don't just stand out, you stand tall in her heart. Let's get real for a moment. What does it mean to be her hero? It's not the big dramatic stuff. It's the small, invisible moments that speak louder than anything, like walking her to her car late at night without her asking, holding space for her when she's stressed and emotional, stepping in when someone disrespects her, gently but firmly, letting her know without words, I won't let anything hurt you while I'm here. You don't need a cape. You don't need power. You just need character, discipline, heart. That's what a true protector is. And when she feels that from you, when she feels your steady energy beside her, she lets go. She relaxes. She trusts deeper. She loves harder because she knows you've got her. Repeat this to yourself right now. I protect with presence. I don't need noise to be powerful. My strength is in my calm. This is what separates the 1% of men from the rest. Not money, not looks, not words. Presence, reliability, courage in quiet moments. Let's look at this through the lens of Stoicism. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When life pushes her, your reaction becomes everything. When you stay cool, when you step forward instead of pulling away, when you bring safety, not stress, you become the rock in her world. And don't stop with just her. Be that steady protector for your friends, your family, even strangers. This isn't about her. This is about you, becoming the kind of man who brings peace wherever he goes. Because that's who people trust. That's who people lean on. That's who people remember. Here's your challenge. Next time someone makes her uncomfortable, step closer. Not aggressively, but protectively, calmly, respectfully. Let her feel the weight of your presence. Let her know, I've got you. That moment will stick with her. Long after the words are forgotten, say it again. I protect with presence. I am steady in the storm. I lead with quiet strength. Because real protectors don't need to prove themselves. They just show up again and again without asking for praise. So be her hero, not with drama, but with discipline, not with muscle, but with mindfulness. Be the man she can count on. Be the calm in the storm. Be the protector, not of her weakness, but of her value. Stick with me, because what's coming next will take this even deeper. We're about to unlock the secret to being the kind of man who doesn't chase connection. He creates it just by being who he is. Sixth secret, the power of dreams and how they can bring you closer without even trying. Let me tell you something almost every man misses. but women feel it deeply, even if they never say it out loud. It's this: women love when you show them they're in your heart, even in your dreams. Most guys think they have to impress her with things: fancy words, big plans, perfect timing. But the truth is, the real power is in something much softer, something deeper. It's in letting her know, "You were on my mind even while I slept." Now you might think, really? Telling her I dreamed about her? Yes, that one small thing can change everything. Because it's not just about a dream. It's about what the dream means. It means you're thinking of her when your guard is down. You care about her in ways you don't even try to fake. You feel something real, even in silence. And that makes her feel special. Let me paint a picture. You text her, "It's funny, I had a dream about you last night. We were just sitting at a cafe, talking, but I woke up feeling really good." That's it. Simple. No drama, no pickup lines, no pressure. Just a calm, honest moment. But what she hears is, "I see you. I feel close to you. You matter enough to live in my heart, even in my sleep." Here's the twist. Most men never do this. They hold back. They stay surface level. They try to act cool. They don't want to seem too emotional. But that's the mistake. A high-value man, he's not scared to be real. He's calm. He's grounded. He shows love in quiet, strong ways. That's what women crave. Not flash, not noise, but meaning. Look, this isn't about being clever. It's not a trick. It's not manipulation. It's about emotional honesty. And emotional honesty is rare, and rare is powerful. You're not saying, "I dreamed about you," just to get a reaction. You're saying it because it really happened, and you want her to know she's not just a passing thought. She's part of your inner world. Here's what makes it even more powerful. You don't have to talk about love. You don't have to talk about forever. You don't have to go deep with big speeches. You just have to be present. And being present sometimes means sharing what was in your dream, because it shows what's already in your heart. And you know what? Dreams feel soft. Dreams feel safe. Dreams feel gentle. And that's why they open doors. Because when you tell her she's in your dreams, she feels something pure, not forced, not fake, not desperate, just real. Think of it like this: flowers are nice, compliments are sweet, but being in someone's dreams, that hits different. It's like saying, "You matter to me in ways I can't even control." You don't need big money. You don't need big muscles. You don't need fancy clothes. You just need truth. Speak from your center, the center of a Stoic man. It's calm. It's collected. It's powerful without shouting. Like Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who caused the harm." Be unlike all the men who never make her feel emotionally seen. Be the man who connects without even trying, through honesty, through presence, through a dream. What kind of man are you becoming? Are you the kind who leads with ego or with soul? Sharing something as simple as a dream takes courage, takes honesty, takes confidence. So here's your challenge. Next time you dream about her, tell her, not to impress her, not to win her, but to let her feel that she's truly part of your world. That small moment, that one line, it will stay with her, because women don't forget how you make them feel. Say it now. I lead with calm. I connect through truth. My dreams are a reflection of who I care about. I'm not afraid to feel. This is what being in the 1% really looks like. Not louder, not flashier, just realer, deeper, wiser. So ask yourself, are you ready? Ready to stop hiding behind games? Ready to step into a more powerful version of yourself? Ready to build real connection with women who feel safe and seen around you? If you are, say it out loud. I'm ready. If not, that's okay. Just keep walking, keep growing, because your time will come. But when it does, don't forget the power of your dreams, because dreams, they don't lie. They tell the truth your soul is ready to speak. Seventh secret, the charm of a beard. Why growing one might just change your life. What if I told you that something as simple as growing a beard could make you stand out as one of the most attractive men in the world? Sounds strange, right? But let's look deeper, because this secret isn't just about growing facial hair. It's about what your beard says before you even speak. In today's world, everything moves fast. People judge in seconds. And yet, your beard can speak 1,000 words. A beard isn't just a style, it's a symbol. It says, I'm mature, I'm strong, I know who I am. It tells the world, you can lead, you can protect, you take care of yourself. And to many women, that speaks louder than any smooth line or clever text. Here's the twist. It's not about the beard itself. It's about what's behind it. It's about your discipline, your choices, and your mindset. You see, a well-kept beard doesn't just grow on your face. It grows from something deeper, your self-respect. When you take time to care for it, you're saying, I take pride in who I am. I value myself. I show up every day. And that energy, that's magnetic. Let's break it down. A wild, messy beard might say you don't care. A clean, cared-for beard says you've got balance. You're strong, but not arrogant. You're confident, but not desperate for attention. That's the kind of man a woman feels safe with. That's the kind of man she trusts. That's the kind of man who leads without force. Think about it. When you see a man with a powerful presence, what stands out? It's not just his looks. It's the quiet confidence, the energy that says, I'm grounded, I'm here, I don't need to prove anything. A beard, when worn with purpose, adds to that story. Now, let's take it deeper. The Stoic mindset teaches us, don't chase attention, don't seek praise, be true to who you are, act with calm, lead with character. And a beard, when grown and cared for with intention, becomes a symbol of that. You're not obsessing over how you look. You're showing the world that you respect yourself. And when a man respects himself, others follow. It's like the ancient words of Marcus Aurelius. What you do now echoes in eternity. So what does it say when you choose to show up with strength, maturity, and grace? Even in how you grow a beard, it says this: you are consistent, you are thoughtful, you are becoming a man who lasts. And in a world full of trends and noise, that kind of man is rare. That kind of man is unforgettable because he doesn't try to stand out. He naturally rises above. You don't have to grow a long beard. You don't need to look like a mountain man. But if you choose to wear one, wear it with purpose. Let it remind you, I am building something real. I live with discipline. I honor myself, and others will feel it. Here's a thought. Have you ever noticed how the smallest details can say the most? A fresh haircut, the way you walk, the calm in your voice, and yes, even your beard. These are the signals, the little messages that say, I'm not like the rest. Let's be honest, any man can chase attention. But the man who attracts naturally, he doesn't need loud words. His presence speaks for him. And often, that presence begins with how he shows up day by day. Clean, cared for, calm. So, what does your beard say about you? Does it show pride, maturity, and purpose? When grown right, it's more than looks. It's a message that says, I'm ready to protect, build, and lead with love. Women feel that energy before you speak. It's not just attraction, it's about becoming your true self. A man who honors himself, leads with love, and trusts his path. He doesn't chase validation, he knows his worth. His presence echoes in every room he enters. So, are you ready to embrace the little things? Ready to grow, lead, and be seen for who you are? Comment 1 if you now see the power behind the beard. Comment too if you think it's not that important, but you're still open to growing in other ways. Because in the end, it's not really about the beard, it's about what you're becoming. And that's the real secret. Eighth secret, the power of shared laughter. Most men are busy chasing the same things: money, status, looks, likes. They try hard to impress. They wear the best clothes. They talk about their job, their car, their muscles. But still, something is missing. Because the truth is, what women really want, deep down, is to feel safe, seen, and smiling. And here's the twist. Laughter can open her heart faster than any pickup line ever will. Think about it. When was the last time you truly laughed with someone? I mean the kind of laugh where your stomach hurts, where your eyes tear up, where you forget about the world, even just for a second. That moment, that's magic. And that's the kind of moment that builds real connection. This is the eighth secret of attraction. It's simple, but most men miss it. Make her laugh, not with cheesy jokes, not by trying too hard, not by becoming a clown, but by being your true self, relaxed, lighthearted, present in the moment. When you do that, you let her know, I'm not here to impress, I'm here to enjoy this with you. Because laughter, it's more than fun. It's a signal, a language of trust, a door that opens to the heart. When you can share a laugh with her, you're telling her something powerful without saying a word. You're saying, you can be yourself with me. No judgment here. I see you, and I like being with you. And when she laughs with you, you've already started building something real, something deeper than looks, something stronger than money, something that lasts. Here's the twist most people don't see. Laughter is healing. It helps us let go. It clears the stress. It brings people closer. Have you ever been in a tough moment, then someone cracked a joke, and suddenly the weight lifted? That's the power you hold. You can create that space for her, but it has to be real. Don't force it. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't turn yourself into a comedian just to get attention. Authentic laughter comes from joy, from being relaxed, from seeing the funny side of life and sharing that moment. It can be the smallest thing, a funny memory, a silly moment, something you both noticed and laughed about. That's when she leans in. That's when the walls come down. That's when she feels safe. This is where Stoicism and attraction meet, not in seriousness, but in calm confidence. The man who can laugh freely without fear or insecurity is a man who owns himself. He's not trying to prove anything. He's not worried about what others think. He finds joy in the moment and invites others in. Women feel that because in a world full of pressure, a man who brings peace and joy is rare. He's not stiff. He's not robotic. He's real. And that's what makes him unforgettable. A lot of guys try to be impressive. They want to be cool, mysterious, serious all the time. But here's the truth. The 1% of men who truly connect, they're not afraid to be light. They're not afraid to smile. They know when to laugh and when to help others feel good too. And that's what makes them different. Let me tell you something personal. There are people in our lives we barely remember, but we never forget the ones who made us laugh when we needed it most. That's what you can be. Not just a man who looks good, not just a man with nice words, but the man whose presence feels like home. Because when she laughs with you, she relaxes, she lets go, and she starts to feel again. This is deeper than attraction. It's about emotional safety. It's about giving her space to breathe, smile, and be. And in that space, love grows. So here's your challenge. Don't chase the laugh. Don't force it. Just live fully. Notice the fun in everyday life. Invite her into that joy with you. Whether it's a silly story or a shared moment of awkwardness, that joy is the bridge, and she'll want to cross it right into your world. Because the man who brings light, the one who can carry both strength and softness, that's the man who wins her heart. And even better, he's the one who keeps it. She'll feel safe. And safety, that's where trust lives. That's where love grows. It's not about being the loudest guy in the room. It's about being the one who makes her feel heard. That's high value. Now here's the twist most men miss. The more you listen, the more you understand her. And when you understand her, you stop guessing. You stop chasing. You start connecting. Suddenly, you're not just some guy. You're her guy, the one who gets it, the one who listens when the world only talks. That's what sets the 1% apart. It's not the money, not the looks. It's the emotional strength to be present, to stop talking, and to simply care. And here's something even deeper. When you learn to listen to her, you also learn to listen to yourself. You hear your own thoughts more clearly. You become more aware, more grounded, more honest. That's the gift of listening. It helps others, and it heals you. Because in listening, you practice patience, you practice humility, you practice stillness. You become the kind of man who doesn't just attract women. You become the kind of man who inspires them. So remember this, in a world full of noise, be the silence that makes her feel seen. In a world full of talkers, be the listener that changes everything. That's the real power. That's the ninth secret. And that's the beginning of something deeper than attraction. That's the start of a bond that can't be faked, forced, or forgotten. So the next time she speaks, don't just hear her, feel her. Because the man who listens is the man she'll never forget.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Also, turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next one.